You chose Ellie, Mrs. Carnage. So I hope you have a safe flight home. Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing okay and everyone is doing well. Happy Friday. Okay, we made it. Okay, we definitely made it. I definitely feel like tonight's episode made up for the past 2 to 3 days that we've had that has been boring. But today, I think today actually delivered. I was quite pleased with that episode, you know, and it's the last review of the week, so I wasn't expecting anything less. But as I usually am, I always say, number one, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and definitely join the family. You know, we want to have you here, okay? I know you like coming here. You might as well stay, okay? Definitely be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and also follow me on my Instagram and also on my Twitter at SarahDestinyX. And as I always and I usually say, please get cozy and comfy with hot Abina and some snacks, and let us get into this review. So let us start off with the morning chats. To be honest, not really much I want to discuss when it comes to these morning chats. I tell you guys, sometimes some of the chats are quite boring and quite bland. But I guess we can briefly just speak about the girls. Claudia said that she's really happy with Casey. She feels like he's really mature, definitely a man's man, and she's always wanted that in a person. So I'm very happy with that, because you guys know we like Casey. I think he's so handsome. He's so cute. He is cute. Tell me he's not cute in the comments, because I have to tell you you're lying. I think Casey is a very, very, very attractive milk type of chocolate, okay? Let's move on to Sammy. Sammy was saying that she's very happy with Tom. Very happy for her, I guess. I don't care about Sammy and Tom as a couple. I think Sammy is gorgeous though, but Tom, even though he was giving in that challenge, which I still can't get out of my mind, guys, Tom was delivering in that challenge. In the challenge, okay, definitely delivering in that dancing challenge. But for him and Sammy, I don't really know if I care too tough about the progress that they do make as a couple. And of course, Casey was also saying that he kissed Claudia outside of the challenge, and the guys were really happy about that. So that's just the morning chats, nothing special to unlock over there. So let's move on to Ron and Kai having a conversation. He said he really wants to get to a point where he tells Lana that he really likes her. Of course, Shaq ended up interrupting. And Shaq, of course, was drawing attention to the situation that happened the night before, when Ron should have helped clean, but he was too busy speaking to Lana and Tanya and someone else, I forgot, I think someone else was there, and was literally shouting like, bro, you need to come and help us wash the plate, so and so. So Shaq decided to interrupt their conversation. It's very interesting, right, because Shaq was saying to Ron, like, I just want you to know, bro, the reason why I act the way I act is because, you know, I really care for Lana, so and so. But Lana is the one that also comes to tear your singlet with Tanya very soon. So it's very interesting how, you know, you can care for someone, but they may not have that same care for you. Okay, very, very, very interesting. But Ron did make it very clear that he did feel like, you know, he felt quite betrayed in the villa with the whole Lana and Casey situation. Like, you're supposed to be my bro. I've been with you from day one. Casey's just been here for a couple of days, so and so. Do I get where Ron is coming from? Do I get, sorry, where Ron is coming from? Half and half. I do feel like, yeah, if I had a brothership with you, you know, and we had a friendship here and there, and I've known you longer than this guy, you definitely should have had my back. But I do feel like Shaq and only a few other people were the only people who were really honest and willing to tell Ron how it was when he was treating Lana like a basketball. So for me, I think the argument was very meaty. I still cannot believe this whole argument is taking place because someone decided not to wash a fork and knife. I mean, it's just a bit, yeah, very interesting for me. But we also know that is not the end of this whole situation being brought to our attention in this episode. Now we can briefly move on to Shaq, Lana and Tanya having a conversation. I'll be honest with you guys. I know, let me know what you think. I know Twitter was in an uproar. Okay, definitely in an uproar. But I feel like Tanya was in her right to voice how she felt, okay? You feel what you feel, no one's going to take that away from you. But I don't feel like she should have had that conversation with Lana being there, even if Lana was there when the whole situation happened with Shaq and Ron arguing about washing the plates or whatever. I feel like you should read the room. Either Lana should have read the room and she should have got up, because this is an A and B conversation, see yourself out. But at the same time, I feel like for Tanya, like, you need to learn how to correct your man in private, okay? In public, wait, not in private. Yeah, sorry. Correct your man in private, yeah. In public, people will be saying whatever, and I can still act chummy with you, but I'm going to tell you how it is in private. Tanya was literally going all guns blazing whilst Lana was present. And for me, I just felt that was a bit off. Let me know what you think. If you agree or disagree, is fine. But I'd love to know if you agree or disagree, sorry, with what I'm saying. Of course, they ended up having a conversation again, and Shaq did say he kind of felt like it was a like a double team. And I do definitely agree with that as well. I do feel like Tanya should have honestly just have a conversation with Shaq in private. You guys are lips in every single night. At that same night time, instead of lips in, you guys could have spoken, okay? But I appreciate that Tanya's quite young. I think Tanya's 23. even though that's not young, because I know 23-year-olds who wouldn't do that, but maybe this is just something that she needs to learn when she decides to grow and develop in a relationship potentially with Shaq. But yeah, definitely correct your partner in private. Okay, you don't rate me to correct me in the presence of other people. You don't. Okay, you definitely don't. Of course, the girls end up getting a text that they were going out for cocktails. Not really much I want to talk about the cocktails little shindig brunch that they had. I did feel like the conversation in the beginning was quite forced, but they were all essentially just speaking about all of their couples and if they are happy in their couples. I can briefly speak about a few people. Let's start with Ellie. Guys, I'm sorry, yeah. Ellie lost my ratings when she made that carnage comment, and it's been decreasing. Then when Jordan went to go and pick her, it's just been decreasing, just like it's just been going low and low and low. But of course, she was talking about Jordan. She said she feels like nothing is clicking and she's not clicking with anyone. She's getting a bit drained, and it just reminded me once again that Tanya's departure was unfortunately in vain. Okay, because we already knew Ellie and Jordan weren't going to pursue anything further. But what was hilarious. So obviously I tweeted, right? If you don't follow me on Twitter, by the way, when Love Island's going on, I don't know what you're doing, guys. I literally love tweeting about Love Island. But I tweeted like, what is Ellie wearing? Is she going to church or is she going to brunch? Because she was wearing, I think, a dress or a top, I don't know, but it had like one huge flower on the shoulder. And someone said it's giving Bon Marché. And if you know about Bon Marché or Bon Marche, whatever you pronounce it, everyone knows that is the mummy store. That is the mummy store in London. People's parents go to Bon Marché to find church outfit. But guys, I was actually crying. I think her name was Sophia. I don't remember, but you're funny. I like you. Okay. Olivia said that she's very happy with her couple with Kai, sorry. Lana said that she thinks Ron is going to prove everyone wrong. Guys, I hate to break it to you, but Lana and Ron are making it to the finals. If nothing crazy happens at Casa Amor, they're making it to the finals, unfortunately. This redemption arc is high as a kite right now. So Sammy, she said that she's happy with Tom. Jessie said that she's happy. Personally, I bet you guys know, I feel like Jessie is playing a game. Sis has been on Love Island before, okay? She wants that prize money, but she wants it in pounds sterling. I don't know what they use in Australia, maybe Australian dollars, but she wants pounds sterling. And Tanya was saying that she was learning who Shaq is. I'm going to get back to Tanya after, because I do feel like I get it, right? When you're going through something with your partner or whatever, it's hard to keep things inside. You want to speak it out loud. That's okay, but I just felt like Tanya just kept offloading onto these girls, and I don't feel like these girls have her best interest in heart. And you need to remember that at the end of the day, this is a competition. So if now a vote has to take place within the villa where couples have to vote for, oh, who do you think you're least compatible, because you've offloaded to them so much as to how much you're getting the ick and how much you don't know if you like him and so and so, these are planting seeds in their heads. Okay, trust nobody. Okay, trust no one. So of course, back at the villa, Shaq was speaking to Will in the kitchen, and he was essentially just speaking about the whole situation. Will actually said that he feels like Shaq's morals are good, but maybe just the execution of the shouting, of the washing the plates and doing this and doing that, that of course was read quite wrongly. But Shaq was also letting him know, like, it's just not okay for you to speak to me with another person present and basically talk to me like I'm a child. It's interesting, right? Half and half, because you're saying, oh, don't talk to me like I'm a child, but you were speaking to Ron yesterday like you literally wiped his bum when he was wearing diapers. So self-awareness, guys. You guys know I say this a lot in this season. Self-awareness, okay? Be easy with the words. Definitely be easy with the words. Back to the brunch, of course. Tanya was asking the girls for advice. She said that she feels like Shaq is starting to give her the ick. Like I said, stop talking to these girls. Okay, they're not your friends, all right? Some of them may be your frenemies. You just don't really know. And you need to also remember, like, when it comes to relationships, and this is just a little advice to anyone, right? But when it comes to relationships, yes, you are going to want to speak to your friends about things that are going on, but you will forget, your friends won't. Okay? You will forget and forgive that person. Your friends will not forget and forgive that person. So I just feel like for me, Tanya just needed to okay, just close it up just a bit, or if anything, confide in just one girl. Don't be speaking to all of the girls in the villa. Like, who is your close bestie in the villa, and just speak to that person about it. Unfortunately, I actually think it's Lana, if I'll be honest with you. But yeah, I just felt like Tanya, they could have closed it up a very tiny bit. Of course, the girls ended up coming back from brunch, and this is the problem when you speak to people, because now you're topic of conversation in the villa. Katie and Claudia came back, and Katie was just like, oh, you know, like, how's the villa? You know, we miss you. And Claudia was just like, yeah, Tanya was telling that one as well. chatty patty, because he asked you how the brunch was, not about the conversations. But she was just like, yeah, you know, Tanya was letting us know that what Shaq done. So it just kind of let me know that unfortunately Tanya and Shaq may be the gossip of the villa for a while, and that is not a good look. Okay, it's definitely not a good look. Let me know if you agree, disagree. You guys know I value all opinions on these reviews. Let's move on to the night time. Of course, Shaq and Tanya were having a conversation. He said he wanted to speak to her about him addressing him. No, about her addressing him, sorry, whilst they were all together with Lana. At first, I feel like Tanya was very defensive, which is a lot. Sometimes you don't always like being told about yourself. I know I'm like that when my boyfriend tries to correct me. But yeah, sometimes you don't always like being told about yourself. But I do feel like, it's a shame. There's amber and red flags between both of them, right? So Tanya was like, oh, you remind me of your ex. And let's reverse, let's park, let's stop, let's talk. Don't ever tell me that I remind you of your ex, because I can become your next ex. I'm sorry, and I don't think that's a prideful thing or an ego thing, but that person is your ex for a reason. And Shaq also said that, you know, that person is your ex for a reason. So you telling me, oh, you remind me of, so of all people, you're technically your enemy. Just kill me now. Tell me you want to end the relationship. So that definitely was a burn. I don't feel like that was the right thing for Tanya to say in that situation. But also at the same time, Shaq also started to show us his amber flags were flagging as well. She was like, you know, she has nothing to say. And he was like, okay, we'll sit here then. That's so toxic. Oh my God, that is such toxic energy, you know, like, I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it again, I don't know whose side I'm on. Initially, I was on Shaq's side because I do feel like Tanya should have spoken to him privately. But now that I'm thinking about it again, I'm just like, ugh, it's a sticky one, man. They both have flaws and they both need to work on it. I think that's the conclusion that I'm trying to come to. They both have flaws. I think they're both quite stubborn. And of course, you also know that because when Will and Shaq were having a conversation, which was after, Will did say as well that, you know, that was a dig for Tanya to say that you remind her of her ex, but at the same time, you're both really stubborn and maybe that's why you work. I don't know how I thought about opposites attracting or not attracting to one another, but I feel like Will, number one, did give very good advice, and I really like Will. You guys already know this. It's just Jessie that I'm a bit about. But yeah, once again, I feel like I'm a bit torn. I don't know whose side I'm 100% on because I feel like they both have flaws within themselves and within one another. But that's just me. Let me know what you also thought about that as well. Of course, Tanya went to go speak to the girls again. I just think she needs to learn, okay? You don't speak to your friends too tough about your relationships and your problems. And on top of that, these aren't even your friends like that. You guys are in a villa. Yeah, everyone wants to find love, but it is a competition at the end of the day. Don't make yourself the talk of the villa just because you and your man are going through problems. Try and sort it out between one another yourself, okay? But that's just me. Let me know what you actually think of that as well. But yeah, she was therefore making it very clear that she feels like she's getting quite small icks with Shaq. And of course, she did end up walking over to him at whilst Shaq was just chilling on his ones. And she was like, I act this way because I love you. I just want to let you know so and so. So it'll be very interesting to see how things pan out, especially now that we know something special is happening on Sunday, which we're going to get into very shortly. But I feel like I was almost on the Shaq and Tanya train. You guys already know this, right? I have my ticket. I haven't yet boarded. Still trying to suss them out. But I just feel like Tanya is low-key sabotaging her chances of winning in the villa and also outside of the villa because the public aren't going to forget, okay? The public may forgive Ron. They may not forgive Shaq, okay? It just is what it is. Of course, they ended up getting a text for the Islanders to gather around the pit. And this was when the public votes for the least compatible couple was, of course, going to be revealed. And of course, the least compatible couple risk being dumped from the island. And I'm smiling, okay? I'm smiling because one thing about God, he don't wear flip-flops, so he does not what? He doesn't flop. You see life, You see life. Make wise decisions in life because if you don't, you're going to get dumped, okay? You're going to get dumped. So, of course, the three couples with that were branded as the least compatible were Sammy and Tom, Ellie and Jordan. I wonder why. Ellie and Jordan, and last but not least, Olivia and Kai. Very interesting selection. I would have hoped that Ron and Lana would have been there, but people don't understand the assignment, clearly. Olivia and Kai, understandable. Ellie and Jordan are 100% understandable as well. So I was quite shocked to see Sammy and Tom because as much as we don't really check for them here on these reviews, they seem okay. Like, they just mind their own business together. Of course, you know that Ellie and Jordan ended up getting dumped. Wow. How interesting. Am I surprised? No. I do feel like with the whole Ellie and Jordan situation, to be honest, it's Jordan's fault because I feel like if Jordan hadn't taken Shaq's advice, he would have chosen Tanyelle, and the public liked Tanyelle, so the public would have kept Tanyelle in the villa and he would have stayed because he would have been Tanyelle's couple. But You chose Ellie, Mrs. Carnage. So I hope you have a safe flight home. But yeah, of course, you guys know we did also get a small glimpse of Sunday's episode. Casa Amor is finally here. I'm so glad that Casa Amor is finally here. I feel like the past couple of episodes have really dragged, and although we do have some glimpses of spicy things that do take place during the episode, I just kind of feel like if Casa Amor doesn't save this season, then that just means that this was a weak season. But I'm hoping that the Casa Amor people are going to be popping, very full of life, very vibrant, just new people. I'm ready to see new faces, to be honest. A lot of new names to learn, which is fine, but I am ready to see new faces in the villa, because this cast for me is just a bit somehow. But yeah, guys, those are my thoughts on tonight's episode. Overall, I do think this episode was a good ending to the week. I feel like the past couple of days, the episodes have honestly just dragged so much. But I'm looking forward to Sunday now that Casa Amor is here, and I'm hoping for good vibes whilst Casa Amor is here as well. But yeah, today's Friday, no review tomorrow. Y'all know we get a day off, honey. So I hope you guys have a lovely Friday evening and also a lovely weekend. Other than that, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and join the family. Also be sure to follow me on my socials at SarahDestinyX, and have a lovely, lovely, lovely weekend. And I look forward to seeing you guys on Sunday. Thank you so much for your support. I love you loads, and I'll see you then. Bye.